All right, all right, all right, all right. What do we have here? What's going on, everybody? This your boy Isaiah coming to you again from BucosLocker. Subscribe, like, comment, share on all the new videos. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you on all new videos that's posted on this channel. Shouts out to all the powerful sea bandits. Oh, geez Louise. What do we have here? Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Did y'all not think I was going to talk about this? Did y'all not think that? Come on, now. What are we doing? What are we doing? Do you understand? Did you not think I was going to talk about this? Did you not think this? Did y'all really think I wasn't going to say anything about the roster? Huh? You got to be kidding me. Surprise, surprise, surprises. Who made the roster? Who didn't? My take on that, we about to get into it. Give everybody a little time to join. Give you a couple minutes to get your breath, get your snacks and your drinks ready, because we about to have a little fun with this. Surprise, surprise, you know. But off topic real quick. Folks, when you're sending out packages, please make sure you send the packages to the correct address and make sure they arrive to the address to the recipient. I'm in a situation right now. I was supposed to receive a package that was delivered, quote unquote, by the United States Post Office on August 17th, and we are on August 29th, and I have not received that package. It says it was delivered at the front door, front porch. That is not true. But the recipient did not send me the tracking number until today. The recipient sent the tracking number to the number, or text that tracking number to the number on the receipt. Instead of the recipient, or instead of the sender sending me the tracking number, this particular person decides to text the tracking number to the number on the receipt, which was idiotic. Here I am sitting here waiting for a package, $750 worth of $721.99 package that was supposed to be delivered on the 17th. Never received it. So I finally got in contact with the recipient or the sender, and why didn't you send me the tracking number the day you sent out my package? Now we finna go through a goose chase trying to track down a package that was delivered on August 17th in front of my door, which was not true. So now I gotta track this package down because the package is valued at $721.99. And I was talking to the sender, it was like, well, I insured it up to $450. Ma'am, that package is worth $721.99. And then trying to make me do all the work. Oh, well, keep me updated. Keep you updated. You need to be jumping in trying to help me find this package, because I don't have no problem with Amazon or anybody else. But why? And then all of a sudden, this is the first time this happened. It's never happened. Like usually, folks. The more of the story is, the post office is going out of. They're gonna fall apart. They're gonna go out of business because they do this all the time. They say they delivered something, and sometimes it never gets there. I've had problems with Amazon delivering my package to the wrong door, but here's the thing about Amazon. Amazon will be like, do you want to send another one? We'll send you another one, and they get it right. The post office, they send something wrong, they misdeliver something, deliver something, and and the recipient or the receiver don't receive the package. They make it seem like, well, it's not our problem. It's not our problem. We delivered it, so it's on you. See, Amazon, they misdeliver something, they will give you the refund or send you another package. The post office, oh, they don't want to give you no money back. They don't, even if you insure the package, they don't want to pay for the insurance. From what I'm reading. Post office, United States Post Office Service. Yikes. Well, we about to get started. Anyway, I just wanted to drop that little nugget on y'all about packages and stuff like that. Make sure if anybody's sending you a package, make sure they give you the damn tracking number. Anyway, let me give me some shout outs. Make sure you get the tracking number in a timely fashion, not 2 weeks later. Goofballs. I can't believe she did. How come she gonna send me the tracking number today? And then say, oh, I'm sorry, I should have sent it. Well, since I didn't hear from you, it doesn't matter if you didn't hear from me. Send me the freaking tracking number. Anyway, she owe me some money if I can't find that package. What's good, Sal? Young Deezy, Go Bucks, Brent, Pat, King Cook, Chili Will, Big Bucks. What's up, man? My Christ, Roy. Hey, what's up, man? Lightning Films, Trill G Boy. What's up? So, Bucks roster. Man, oh man. Let me go down these names and congratulate the 13 rookies that made it to the 53-man roster. Top 5 roster. Top 5 roster. Not even close. But the Bucks roster, we are not an old team anymore. We're probably one of the youngest teams in the NFL now. It's funny how things take a spin in football. When you're chasing the dream, and you're chasing championships and stuff like that, you structure your roster, your salary cap a certain way. But nothing lasts forever. Nothing does. Well, a few things do, but it's funny how the Bucks have transformed this roster, and I mean funny in a good way. Preparing for the future can be difficult, especially in football or professional sports, because you have to constantly change people, move some money around, blah 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 blah. But in the Bucks case, they went all in for a couple years. And what you see now with this roster is the results of going all in. You have to go younger and cheaper in so many areas, which in a good way, it helps your team develop even better. It keeps everybody close together as far as the age bracket. Yes, the Bucks have a couple of older guys on the roster, Mike Evans and Levante David and stuff like that. Now, in the NFL, once you hit like 27, you're considered old, especially in certain positions. For whatever reason, especially running back. But to keep your team around the same age is great. A couple years ago, even last year and the year before in 2020, the Bucks had probably a top 3 oldest roster in the NFL. The Bucks have shaved 4 years off that number because it was like 29 years old, the average age, which is old in the NFL. Now the Bucks, according to Lightning Films, are at 25.6. That's the average age on the team. Good looking. About freaking time we catch up with the NFL and stop chasing something that we're not going to get no time soon, unless some things dramatically happen. So I'm proud of the Bucks transforming the roster, getting the roster young, adding talent, finding talent. Jason Light and his minions and John Spivak, they still got a lot of work to do when it comes to the salary cap because they eat a lot of dead money, and then that's not even counting the Ryan Jensen situation. But they trying to transform the roster. And what did I tell y'all about this situation? What did I tell y'all about this year? I told y'all this is a transitional year. We're going to have a ton of money next year. If you look at the roster right now, 13 rookies, that's cheap. That is cheap. And you want to know why? We can't get anybody else. So we have to get younger. So even though the Bucks chased and they went all in for 3 consecutive years and they got a Super Bowl out of it, and it hurt us in the short term, midterm level, but in the future does look good. We have to take this L as far as how the roster is structured. But here's the thing. These young guys are actually good. Of course, a couple of guys I actually picked, they on the team, which makes me even more proud. But congratulations to the 13 rookies that made the team. To the 13 rookies, shout out to y'all. And the Bucs have never done this. And I'm happy they did this for short term and midterm and even long term. I'm happy that they got 13 rookies, and these are not just regular rookies. These guys can play. You don't make an NFL roster if you can't play. Out with the old, in with the new. That's how it works. I'm excited. You're right, Go Bucs. I'm excited to see the 13 rookies in any way, shape, fashion, or form. And I got a funny feeling, or a good feeling, that over half of them going to actually play in a game. I got a feeling over half of those 13 rookies are going to actually get some real playing time. I guarantee you. So let me run down the roster and let y'all know who made the roster. I'm going to give each person an individual shout out 53 times. So we know who the starters is. So shout out to all the Bucs starters. That's Baker Mayfield, Rashad White, blah, blah, blah. Y'all know who the starters is. Shout out to all the starters on the Bucs defense. And special shout out to Christian Izzen from Rutgers. Hidden gem. He's the starting slot guy. Yes. He's a starting slot guy. He beat out the veterans. What did I tell y'all about how do you evaluate young talent? I always say this. One of my pet peeves is when you're in training camp, when you're watching training camp, if the young guy is pretty much on par with the veteran guy, you always go with the young guy because the upside is bigger. If the young guy is playing just as good as the veteran, you go with the young guy 9 times out of 10. What does that tell you? That means the older guy, his ceiling, that's it. And what it means for the young guy, that means his ceiling is bigger than the veteran. Also, it's cheaper. It's cheaper to keep the young guys. And also, it's not just only cheaper, but if the young guy is talented, you always go with the young guy. A lot of teams do this. And plus, you got to save money. Remember, NFL is a business. What's up, Aquamegalodon? That's how you do it. That's how you build the roster. You don't hold on to old guys. And the Bucs made some mistakes. We already know the Hakeem Hicks. We know about these mistakes. These Logan Ryan, McCoy, like they just was trying to get too old, and you can't keep up when you're playing like that and you're building your team like that. You have to get younger. And the beautiful thing about this, the Bucs were forced to go younger. But here's the beautiful thing about going younger. Those guys are hungry. They're cheap and they're looking to get paid. Give me a team full of hungry guys, not a team full of Jags. Yeah, Fulio, Kyle Rudolph. That's ridiculous, dumb crap that Jason Light was doing. Give me a team full of young, hungry guys that's trying to prove themselves in the NFL over washed up has-beens. And the Bucs was doing that. They was being idiots. Was not properly planning for the future. But this transition, this movement has forced the Bucs to look at the future. Now, there's a gift and a curse in having this many rookies on the team, but I like it. Give me this setup than the last couple of years setup. We have something to build on now. We can transition the roster and even next year get even younger and more talented. Out with the old, in with the new. It feels good to look at the Bucs roster and be like, we got some scrappy guys. We don't have a lot of look. We still got a couple of Jags, in my opinion, but I like the young guys better. And we're going to get into the breakdown. So shout out to all the Bucs starters, but I want to get to a couple guys, and I want to get to the young guys. I don't want to focus on the Chase Edmonds and the Mike Evans and those guys. Yeah, they made the team. We know that, but there's a couple guys, the backups, the young backups. Raheem Jarrett. I knew he. You know what's so funny about him? He went to Jarrett. I figured he was gonna make the team. He just was too good on the field. He was catching everything. I'm gonna be real with y'all. He is better than Tyler Johnson. Remember where Tyler Johnson was at this point and where Raheem Jarrett is now? Raheem Jarrett is way better than Tyler Johnson. And Tyler Johnson can play. But I'm just saying, at this point, the same point, Raheem Jarrett just made more plays. It was almost like, come on, he's going to make the roster. You just knew it. The way he looked out there, you just like, he looked like an NFL receiver. And I'm going to be real with y'all. He's going to get some playing time. He's going to get some playing time. Period. You can spin it how you want to spin it. He's going to be on the field catching balls. I'm not saying he's going to catch 60 balls or 50 balls or 40 balls, but don't be surprised he catches about 30 balls. So shout out to Raheem Jarrett. Shout out to Devin Tompkins. He is the guy I had making the team last year. For whatever reason, he didn't make the team last year. Another young receiver that catch balls quick, fast, and the Bucs needed speed. And that's what the Bucs receiving corps lacked. Yeah, they had Scotty too hotty. Yeah, they had Scotty too hotty. Yeah, I get it. But they still lack explosive receivers. But this year, we have a couple. And no offense to Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. They are not explosive. I don't consider them the explosive category. I consider Chris Godwin tough, strong, durable. Well, yeah, he's durable, dependable, sure-handed receiver, not explosive. He can give you some plays here and there, but he's not oh my gosh, he's going to beat it. No. Mr. Reliable. Mike Evans used to be super explosive, but he's never really been a top-tier explosive receiver. He's been a consistent, steady receiver. Doesn't always grade the best when it comes to catch rate, speed, route running. That's why he's never mentioned in the upper tier receivers. When they mention these guys, you really don't hear Mike Evans' name, which is a shame. But when you start breaking down the categories, the hands, the catch rate, the speed, the route running capability, even Mike Evans blocking, you don't get no love in that either. But let's be real, at this point, even for the last couple of seasons, yeah, he's getting over 1,000 yards, and that's great. But when you look at the other receivers that's in the NFL right now, you can easily name 10. So Mike Evans, still a top-level receiver, but not as like he used to be. So Evans and Godwin are steady and reliable receivers. But Raheem Jarrett and Devin Tompkins, they can move faster. They're quicker. And they're younger. And that's what happens. When you have young guys that are hungry, their muscles move a lot better. They move a lot more fluid than the older guys. It happens like that, folks. This is what it is. Right? And then we got Trey Palmer, who I think should be the number 3 receiver, and I think he will be. And when I went to the practice, July 31st, when I was out there watching, I knew Trey. When I watched Dave Moore, and Dave Moore got cut by the way, but we'll get to that in a second. But I watched him in person. I was like, no way, ain't no way. And I said this too when I was doing my live out there. Dave Moore can't make the team. Can't do it. Can't do it. You can't put Dave Moore over Trey Trey Palmer and Raheem Jarrett and Devin Thomas. Can't do it. There's no way. And I knew it from the time I was out there. When I was watching Dave Moore, I was like, nah. He was a camp body to help those guys come along to learn the system. That's what I got out of that situation. Just by being out there one day, I looked at Dave Moore. I was like, there's no way he's making this roster. Not over those young guys. No way. He's out there to help the young guys learn the system. So that was my take on that situation. When I was watching Trey Palmer and Raheem Jarrett, I was like, those guys are too good. It would have been a shame to see Dave Moore make it over those guys. Any one of them. Trey Palmer is our starting third receiver. He's going to make this offense a lot more explosive. And Raheem Jarrett. Can you imagine the 4 receiver sets if they was to do it? Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Trey Palmer, Raheem Jarrett. 4 wide. You can interchange them too. All 4 of them. All 4 of them. You can put Raheem Jarrett and Trey Palmer on the outside. Burners. And you could take your big guys, your Godwin and your Evans, and move them to the inside for the tough catches. Now, I don't know if Evans like to do that, but you get what I'm saying. It gives your offense a lot more versatility and a lot more speed by having those 2 guys on the field at the same time in 4 wide sets. And if you want to go 3 wide, that's the Palmer, Godwin, Evans, and they're interchangeable. So shout out to those 3 guys. A special shout out to Trey Palmer. Because I'm all in with Trey Palmer. Because I picked him to get drafted by the Bucs, and it came true. So I am going to be watching him very closely. And do not be surprised, the first game of the season, he gonna go deep a few times. Trey Palmer will get a couple deep balls. He will get one thrown in my opinion, in the Minnesota game. Don't be surprised. Shout out to K. Oden, Cole Keith, Payne Durham, one of my guys. Trade day. Payne Durham is another guy I actually picked. He made the roster. So the guys I actually drafted to go to the Bucs are making the roster. I'm proud of myself. Payne Durham, shout out to him. Cody Mulch, shout out to Cody Mulch. I know. I'm just saying, Dave Moore ain't gonna get no playing time like that. Not over the young guys, no way. Okay. Who else I'm gonna give a shout out to? Elijah Clancy, young guy. Shout out to him. I know he's gonna make the roster, but let me see. I'm just going Mike Green. Surprise. Mike Green made the roster. He's been grinding for a couple years now. He's been grinding. Not a known guy, but if you watched him in preseason, he was in there. That's why DJ didn't make the team. They got younger, more hungry. Mike Green is hungry. I like him too. He adds some youth. Diaby, Yaya. Made, of course he made the team, but 3rd round pick. He ain't finna cut no 3rd round pick, but I'm all in for Yaya too. Cam Gill, shout out to Cam Gill. He been grinding. He's healthy. Shout out to Marquise Watts. In preseason, he was doing it. He was doing it and doing it and doing it well. He was getting back there quick too. Not a big guy, but man, he is quick and strong. I like Marquise Watts on the outside. Servaka Dennis. Servassier. Sir Dennis. Pastor Cavassier. Sir Dennis made the team. Obviously, he's going to make the team. He's a Levante David clone. I think he's going to take the place of Levante David next year. Shout out to KJ Britt. He's been grinding, Zion McCullough made the team. I don't know about that one. Shout out to Christian Eisen, starting slot guy. Josh Hayes. Let's get it. Shout out to him. Shout out to Derek Pitts. Y'all seen Derek Pitts out there? And, I know he's playing against the second and third team guys, but he was doing his thing. D. Delaney in trouble. Cavante Merriweather. I said Mayweather. Merriweather. Shout out to him. Yes, I like that. So I like the way the Bucs did this. I think the Bucs got like either 19 to 22 new players on the roster. Amazing, right? Amazing. I ain't even gonna lie. I like this roster better than last year's roster. McLaughlin. Chase McLaughlin. He was doing his thing too, kicking all the balls, But like what? 19 to 22 new players on the roster. And the reason why I say I like this roster better than last year is because not from a record standpoint or the projection wise. I'm just saying like for the future. What up, John? What's up, man? I like the roster because of the midterm and the long term prospects. Look, like I told y'all, I'm not too much worried about this season. Not too much worried about it. My focus is just getting through the season, developing the young guys, all 13 rookies, if they can last. Hopefully they will. They should. Developing the young guys, getting those guys more confident, getting those guys better. Oh, shout out to Sean Tucker, too, man. My bad. Shout out to Sean Tucker. Shout out to Sean Tucker. Well, of course, Sean Tucker, undrafted. Who would have thought that was he was a draftable running back? Let's be real. I think the Bucs got a steal. I think the Bucs got 3 steals. Sean Tucker, Raheem Jarrett, and Trey Palmer. I think those guys are 3 guaranteed steals in my opinion. Those guys should have been drafted much higher, at least, and it's gonna show because especially Trey Palmer. I mean, sure, all 3 of them. Trey Palmer was drafted in the 6th round. He should have been a 2nd or 3rd round pick. Sean Tucker should have been a 2nd to 3rd, maybe 4th round pick. And Raheem Jarrett, well, he was draftable too. Do not be surprised that Sean Tucker will be splitting carries with Rachaad White. I'm telling y'all right now. We're going to have our version of Thunder and Lightning. This can be the best Bucs backfield since we had Doug Martin in his prime. Absolutely. This can be the best Bucs backfield since Doug Martin's prime. I don't see the reason why we need Keyshawn Vaughn. Edmonds, Tucker, and White is good enough. I don't see no purpose of keeping Keyshawn Vaughn. And it's almost like they're trying to, I don't know, how you hold on to something a little bit too long. It's give it up. Stick them up. Give me them teeth. That's what they need to do with Keyshawn Vaughn. Give it up. Just go ahead and let him go. Because he's a 3rd round pick that's been outplayed by an undrafted free agent. What are the Bucs holding on to when it comes to Keyshawn Vaughn? 3rd round picks are not special. Most of them are not special teams, like strictly special teams. I mean, strictly special teams. That's the only time you hear his name. You don't even hear his name on special teams. A 3rd round pick that's not even starting. He's not even a number 2. 3rd round picks, in Keyshawn Vaughn's case, they team hop. They get cut from this team, they get cut from that team. Because you mean to tell me you couldn't get no significant carries as a third round pick on the Bucs? They need to go ahead and move on from Keyshawn Vaughn. I don't know what's the big deal, why they holding on to him. Jason Light and his infatuation with Keyshawn Vaughn. I don't know. But he needs to be cut. Nobody wants to see him run the ball. He didn't even have any wild plays in preseason. Let's be real. But I like the running back committee. I think it's going to be a running back by committee this season. I think so. But I like the roster where it's heading at. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing to look at when you can actually look at the roster and be like, man, I like what the Bucs are doing. And I haven't said that in a long time, like genuinely said it like, man, they doing good. Now, do not take it out of context. Do not take what I'm saying out of context, try to spin it into the Bucs record. That's not what I'm saying. I'm going to say this again. I'm going to say this all season long. I look at the season as a transitional season. We're not going to be terrible, and we're not going to be great. So do not take what I'm saying and twist your own narrative to what I'm saying. The Bucs roster is really good. It's going to go 10-7 and 11-6 and 12-5. I'm not saying that. Get it out your head. You saying that. Don't take my words and twist what I'm saying. Because I'm looking at the future. You looking at right now. You're living in the moment. I'm living in the future. It's going to be some struggle. Even with the young guys. The young, talented guys that the Bucs got, the 13 of them. It's going to be a struggle. It comes with the territory. You guys are going to see in some games, like, yep, growing pains, especially in the first 7 to 9 weeks. You're going to see growing pains. You probably won't see this team look decent, like, in my opinion, until, like, after week 9. We're going to be competitive because of the defense. But once again, 13 rookies, 22 new players, new OC, new starting right tackle, new starting right guard, new starting left guard. That's growing pains, folks. We're going to struggle in some games. It just comes with the transitional territory. Because I don't see anybody talking about the Bucs being this problem to everybody. They laugh at the NFC South. They say we're the worst division in the NFL, one of the worst. It's either the AFC South or the NFC South. Nobody talking about the Bucs making some real noise. Y'all know that. The only people talking about the Bucs making real noise is us. That's because we're fans of our team. We love our team. But I'm not in that group, though. I'm not saying that we're making real noise, but we're going to be competitive. It's going to be aggravating all season long with Todd Bowles. Growing pains with Dave Canales. Growing pains with the rookies. But they're learning, though. Remember, I want to grow with the team. And this is the perfect setup to grow with the team as in the future. For everything they do good this season, I'm growing with them. Everything they do bad, I'm right there with them. Yeah, some of them might get to walk in the plank and all that stuff like that. That comes with the territory. That's what I do. I'm not going to be too hard on them because I know this is a transitional year. Now, there's a couple of players on the roster that I'm not really going to give too much leeway to because I'm already yellow caution flag on them. Owen Hall, Luke Gedeke, Matt Freer, Baker Mayfield, Devin White, Carlton Davis, Joe Tryon, Stoinka, you know. I'm already kind of like, yellow flag on Zion McCullough. I'm already kind of like, I'm not putting a lot of stock in those players. No offense, but I'm just not putting a lot of stock in those players. If I had $1,000 to put on the Bucs players, I'm not putting money on those guys like that. Maybe $5, $10, but I'm not putting a lot of money in Baker Mayfield, Devin White, Zion McCullough, Luke Gedeke, Matt Freer, Baker Mayfield, even Robert Hainsley. I'm not putting a lot of money on him either. Tryon, Logan Hall, nope, I'm not doing it. As far as individuals. But I'm looking forward to seeing, so interesting, when you look at the Bucs starters, let me tell you this. Christian Izin, Kalaji Clancy, Trey Palmer, and Cody Mulch are starting right away. First year. Starting right away. I mean, come on, bro. How many teams are doing that? Don't worry, I'll wait. How many teams are starting? 1, 2, 3, 4 rookies right away. Don't worry, find me the team that's starting 4 rookies right away. And I'm talking about these are very important positions. Right away. No time to coddle them and Trey Palmer, I know that when you look at the roster, it's 2 receivers, X and Y, but now it's 3 receivers. So you consider Trey Palmer a starter. So right away, they're being counted on to make some. Here's the funny thing about being a starter. When you are a starter, you are there to make a significant impact. There will be growing pains with Kalaji Clancy. We haven't seen him the entire preseason, so we don't know how he's going to look. No, he going to be rusty. He going to get pushed around. He will. He probably be on a snap count because you don't want that injury, that calf injury, to linger on through the season. So he's not going to have his football legs under him, but he's going to be expected to produce. He will get pushed around because of his size, but that's a part of the process. Cody Mulch, like he gonna be something. He might be the future center, but he's gonna have his struggle against those elite D tackles or mid-level. Not just elite, but he's gonna struggle against some pretty good D tackles. It happens. It comes with the territory. Don't get mad at him. If he gets beat, as long as he don't get beat like a drum, like Luke Gedeke. I'm gonna tell you right now. If he does not look like Luke Gedeke, that's a win for the Bucs. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Did you watch Luke Gedeke last year? I watched the season again, the condensed version of the season. I went through a couple days ago for the last couple days, and I watched the season again, the condensed version of it. Luke Gedeke was getting beat like a drum, run blocking and pass blocking. If Cody Mulch don't look like Luke Gedeke, that's a win for the Bucs. That's all I'm asking for Cody Mulch. I'm not asking him to be an all-pro, make the Pro Bowl. I'm not asking for Cody Mulch to be a top flight right guard. If that happens, that's great. But I'm saying if he does not look like Luke Gedeke, that's a win for the Bucs. Because Luke Gedeke, or Gudecki, he was getting beat like a drum. He could not hold blocks to save his life. It's like the first second he does good. After that, terrible. And I'm not saying he was getting beat like a drum every play, but man, I would say almost 50% of the plays he was like not looking good. It was some plays that Haseley had to help him. How about to help him? Couldn't perform double teams correctly, which caused Haseley to get ragdoll. You know, Haseley's already a small center, so he was getting ragdoll already. You made Haseley look even worse because Luke Gedeke couldn't hold his own. Gudecki. And then he moved in the right tackle. What y'all think gonna happen out there? Be real. If you couldn't hold up in a small space, what makes you think he gonna hold up in an open space with faster pass rushers? Oh my gosh. Beat like a drum. Drumline on Luke Gudecki. Terrible. I know we chose him over Travis Jones, which was a terrible move. Hindsight, right? Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I think Travis Jones is going to be the better player as of right now. Now, Luke Gedeke might turn it around, or Gudecki, he might turn it around and become a really good right tackle, but the chances of that happening is not high. I got a funny feeling that we're going to be looking to draft a right tackle or left tackle again next draft. We could have did it this draft, but we did not do it. So you know what that means. My powers and my sequence, I will be paying attention to the tackles in this draft. This past draft that was picked in every round. And that's starting. I'm going, and if I see one on the field playing, like a Broderick Jones or McClendon, I'm going to be like, well, we could have drafted him to play tackle. But I got a strange feeling we're going to be looking at that position again next year. I got a strange feeling. I just don't have a lot of hope in Luke Gudecki. I just don't have a lot of hope. He was not good in small space. He was not good in the box. And all of a sudden, he's going to become this monster right tackle with short arms. Now the elite pass rushers are lining up on that side. Oh, Lord Jesus. Jesus, someone help Luke Gudecki. But enough of him. Shout out to Yaya. I'm expecting big things from him. We got a lot of young guys, man. That's gonna be asked to contribute right away. How many teams are starting 4 rookies? How many teams are starting 4 rookies? I still haven't got the answer yet. Can anybody explain that to me? Can anybody give me the answer? And that's not counting the backups. We got young guys, rookies, that's going to be counted on to come in as a backup. The Yayas, the Pete Jarrett, Sean Tucker, the Payne Durham. Well, I know Seattle did it last season. Seattle did it like this. They did Kenneth Walker. They did Woodland. They did Charles Cross, Abraham Lucas, and they did the Kobe Bryant. That's 5. Let me see. 2 tackles, a running back, a cornerback. Yeah. Yep. And a slot guy. So Seattle started 5. 5. Seattle had 5 rookies, and each one of them were high-impact rookies. Now, Kobe Bryant was not a high-impact guy, but he was getting a lot of playing time. But Woodland, Kenneth Walker, Cross, Abraham Lucas. Here's the beautiful thing about Seattle. Seattle drafted 2 tackles in the same draft. Think about that for a second, folks. Seattle drafted a tackle in the 1st round and the 3rd round. And both of them played very well for rookies. And they're going to be much better this season. I got a feeling the Bucs going to have to do that. I know it sucks, folks. I know y'all talking about quarterbacks and Drake May and Caleb Williams and Michael Penix Jr. and all that stuff like that. Jordan Travis and all. That's cool. But I got a funny feeling the Bucs are going to have to do that, whether they like it or not. You're going to have to draft a tackle, and another guard. Matt Freer, long term, he's old. Do not be surprised the Bucs draft a guard and a tackle next season and move Cody Mulch to center and have another guard at right guard and draft a tackle. Do not be Kansas City. They had Sky Moore. I don't know if he was starting, but he was getting significant playing time. They had Sky Moore, Pacheco, George Kalaf. I can't pronounce his last name. That's 3. Who was the other rookie that was starting? Cook. Was it Cook? No, that wasn't Cook. Was it Thornhill? No. Who was the other 2 rookies that the Kansas City Chiefs had that was playing a lot? And I remember now, 4 or more rookies like starting or getting a lot of playing time. I'm talking about right away. Yeah, Trent McDuffie. That's what it was. Trent McDuffie. And I like Trent McDuffie too. He got hurt. I like Trent McDuffie. He gonna be a nice cornerback. I like his technique. When he was playing, he had good technique. So Kansas City had 4 rookies. 4. Now, of course, they got the best quarterback in the NFL, the best coach in the NFL, and the best tight end in the NFL, of course, the best D tackle in the NFL, one of the best. So they had some really good players in certain positions, like elite. And that's where I want the Bucs to be at. I want the Bucs at some point in the next year or 2 to have that same setup. Elite at the quarterback, elite at the D tackle, elite coach. I don't know if Todd Bowles will ever become an elite head coach, but you get what I'm saying. I think the Bills wanted him. They got our current Elam, but I think the Bills swiped him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. A team, and when he was dropping, teams were trying to get him. They were trying to get in front of the Chiefs. But eventually, the Bucs are going to have elite players, especially look the receivers. I get it, whatever. I'm talking about quarterback. Okay, we got an elite left tackle, Tristan Wirfs, right? We got that. Boom, let's check in the box. We need the quarterback situation, and we need that D tackle, like Chris Jones level, and we need an Andy Reid type coach, and we need a Travis Kelce type tight. You feel me? Kansas City secondary pretty nice. It's actually nice, young and nice. Low key, Kansas City got young. Low key, y'all ain't paying attention, but Kansas City got young. Mahomes what, 25? 26, 27? Right, Lightning Films. I got a funny feeling. Look, I'm all in for the quarterback, drafting one and all that, but man, we're going to have to do what Seattle did. If you're trying to be like Seattle and, Dave Canales in the Seattle situation of Dave Canales, Seattle, he got Jim Smith and Dave Canales in Seattle. Well, get 2 tackles and get 2 tackles and get a Kenneth Walker. How about that? And just and then find a better quarterback. Because we're going to have plenty of money next season. We're going to have plenty of money. I'm telling you, next season, that's when I'm gonna turn back up. I'm gonna turn back up next season because I already know what time it is. We're gonna have a ton of money. Y'all understand? Here's the thing about it. Y'all gotta look at this situation. If 13 rookies pan out to be good, like out of the 13, let's just say 7 to 9 of them be good, and they all damn near starting. Do y'all understand how this works? If out of those 13 rookies, if 7 to 9 of them hit, and they all getting significant playing time right now, do you understand the next season those guys are most likely going to be all starters? Well, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin still there, but you get what I'm saying. If they hit, that means you got 7 to 9 guys that played this season next year that only going to get better. And then you add a really good rookie class with the 2023 draft class. Oh my God. Do y'all understand how this going to work? Do you see Do you see? We bike. Man, hold up. We back. If we do this right, y'all, this is why I say transitional year. This is a very important year for the Bucs. If this pans out right, which I hope it does, when it comes to the young guys, and you add next year's draft class, it's going to look, we're going to be raw. When last I heard somebody say that? Man, he raw as hell, man. Man, hold up. They ain't going to want to see the Bucs. I promise you. Figure that Baker Mayfield situation out, the quarterback situation, get that right. Hopefully Cade Otton develops. And Clancy becomes, pretty good. Like I'm telling y'all, it's looking good. This is why I'm not tripping on this season. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I'm giving y'all some insight on how I think when it comes to the team right now. We're going to go through some growing pains with these 13 rookies. Baker Mayfield, Dave Canales, Clancy. We're going to go through some pain, folks. Pain is inevitable. Don't be upset at the team when they're struggling, especially against the Niners, the Bills, and the Eagles. Do not get mad. It's the inevitable. We're not. The way we can beat those teams, but significant things have to happen for us to beat the Eagles, the Bills, and the 49ers. Significant things going to have to happen. But on paper and on film, we're not beating those teams. We're not even close to those teams on paper and on the field right now. Y'all know that. So don't ask me when it comes to my schedule breakdown about those games. Don't ask me about those games. Y'all already know the answer. You already know the answer. On those 3 games, you know the answer. When I'm going down my schedule breakdown and predicting the record, you know the answer to those 3. When it comes to those 3 teams, you know the answer already. So go ahead and put those 3 down as, we already know. And that's no disrespect to the Bucs. It's just we can beat those teams, of course. But once again, significant things have to happen for us to beat those teams. Injuries. The ball bounce our way. I'm just saying. Are y'all excited for this season? I am. I'm excited for the young guys. I'm excited for the young guys. I am. So how do y'all like the running back situation when it comes to the running back group? How do y'all like that? What's your outlook on that? The run blocking and the running backs. I think that's gonna be huge for the Bucs. For the Bucs to be successful with Baker Mayfield, especially with Baker Mayfield, that running game is going to have to produce for real. I'm telling y'all, if you want the good Baker Mayfield, Rachaad White, Chase Edmonds need to look like Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. I'm going to repeat. If you want Baker Mayfield, if you're hoping for Baker Mayfield to look good, Rachaad White and Chase Edmonds and even Sean Tucker are going to need to look like Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. That backfield is going to need to produce 1,800 rushing yards at a minimum. Go back and look at the numbers. Go back and look at Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt when the Browns went 10-6. Was 11-5, 10-6, and they went to the playoffs. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt combined for over 1,800 yards. I'm just saying. Look, Baker Mayfield can look good, but I'm telling you right now, he is heavily dependent on the running game because he can't do it with his arm like that. Don't be surprised. It's going to be a lot of horizontal jet sweeps, captain check downs. Get the ball out your hand. Get the ball out your hand quick. Because if you put that ball in that boy hand, that young man's hands, he's going to mess it up. Baker Mayfield needs to be a true game manager. And here's the funny thing about game managers. It's going to suck. But at least he's not turning the ball over. It's going to suck, folks. I'm going to be real with you. Game managers are terrible in the NFL. Game managers don't get you nowhere. You get a couple wins here and there, but it's gonna look like Andy Dalton. Pew, 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 pew. You're gonna look like that. It's gonna be below average. In order for you to win big, the quarterback needs to win the game sometimes with the arm. And if the Bucs are looking at Baker Mayfield to be a game manager, that means you're trying to win a lot of 13-10, 17-13 type games. Good luck with that. I'm just saying. It's going to be a lot of 3 and outs early in the season. But watching the Dave Canales offense, we're going to take our deep shots. Don't get me wrong. But I think it's going to be a generic version of Seattle's offense. Because he's trying to learn what he's in training camp, but when you have the live bullets in the live game, it's different. Training camp preseason is to get you ready for the season, but it really doesn't tell you too much of anything. It gives you an idea of who should be starting, but it doesn't give you an idea of who is actually really good against other teams. You could be good against, your own teammates in a vanilla preseason, but in the regular season, when it's time to get it in, we about to find out what's really good. So, like I said, I'm giving y'all a heads up. At the beginning of the season, it's going to be a struggle. And I don't know how long the Bucs are going to do this game manager approach. I don't know how long. Because, like I said, I'm not too much worried about the defense. It's the offense is the problem. How long can you manage the game and try to win these close, tough games with the defense? How far can you get? Because I'm telling y'all, when it's time to score points and we're not doing it, then what you going to say? Because trust me, every game we're not scoring over 20 points. There will be some games we won't even get 10 points. It's going to happen, folks. It's just going to be one of those ugly games. It happens to all the teams, not just the Bucs. So let me get that straight. It happens to everybody. They just come out there and they just be flat. What the Bucs cannot do, and what I'm hoping that they don't do when they get this out of the way early, is a bunch of 3 and outs. And as the beginning of the season starts, as it develops, the running game and defense is going to be very important for the Bucs to be successful early in the season. Must protect Baker Mayfield. Let me repeat that. If the Bucs want to be successful, they must protect Baker Mayfield with a running game and timely play calls. If it becomes a game of he has to throw the ball, this is why the Bucs cannot go down by a lot of points. Cannot go down a lot of points because Baker Mayfield is not going to pull out those late game heroics like Tom Brady. He's never been that type of quarterback. Remember, Tom Brady, despite the fact that he played terrible for the most part of the season, there were 4 games because of the defense that kept the Bucs in the game, allowed Tom Brady to have his special moments in 4 games. Because without those 4 games, the Bucs would have been 4-13. If you switch quarterbacks out, yikes. Brady had his Brady moments in pockets last season. Small pockets. If the game close, you can count on Tom Brady to make something happen. Can you count on Baker Mayfield to do the same thing? That's the question you got to ask yourself. Because I sure haven't seen it with the Browns. Haven't seen it. That team was complete, and he didn't do anything there. That was like, oh my gosh. His best season was 3,500 yards and 26 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. That's the Baker Mayfield the Bucs need. 33 to 3,600 yards, about 20 to 25 touchdowns, and about 8 interceptions. If the Bucs want to be successful with Baker Mayfield as a starter. But the question is, how long can that hold up in today's NFL? The tape is up. The jig is up on Baker Mayfield. Ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new under the sun with Baker Mayfield. You can tell yourself that. I'm expecting some good seasons, expectations over reality, but expectations in this case, I could be a little optimism. I could have a little optimism too, right? I'm expecting some good seasons from Rachaad White and Cade Otton. I need those guys to really make a jump for real. You feel me? On the offensive side of the ball, Cade Otton and Rachaad White are going to be very important. Defensively, Logan Hall, Joe Tryon must make significant jumps. Those are 4 guys that I'm looking at. Rachaad White, Cade Otton, Logan Hall, and Joe Tryon. They are very important. What I mean by that is they're vital to the team's development because of the amount of playing time they're going to get, the amount of snaps they're going to get. Buckle up, folks. I want y'all to circle those 4 guys. No. Devin is Devin. Look, I'm talking about the young guys. I know Devin's young too, but I'm just saying. Tryon, Logan Hall, Cade Otton, and Rachaad White. We about to see if these picks are for real. Or are they going to step up to the plate? Or are they going to become just a jag? Or are they just going to become solid? Not really that great, but solid. In order for the Bucs offense to take it to the next level, Rachaad White and Cade Otton must make a jump. What's up, Fred? Ricky, what's up, Ricky? Josh, what up? Tick 757, man. What you went on? What you in Norfolk? Portsmouth? Norfolk? Bad News? Vi Beach? Suffolk? Franklin? Where you at? Downtown Newport News? Uptown? Off of Jefferson? Hampton Boulevard? Where you at? Little Creek? Tidewater? Churchland? Where you at, man? Richmond? Oh, Jalen Phillips? Oh, he looks good. Jalen Phillips looks good. Greg Rousseau, Jalen Phillips, those guys look good. They all the same size too, like Tryon, Jaden Phillips, and Gregory Rousseau. They're like 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", long, lanky. But if you look at those 3 guys, they all came out of the same draft class. Gregory Rousseau, I think the same draft class or year before. No, was it 2020? All 3 of them. But Gregory Rousseau from Miami, University of Miami. Phillips Miami, and Joe Tryon. They all like similar size, long, lanky. And to be honest with you, when I watch all three of them, Tryon is number 3. I think I got Greg Russo number 1, and Jaden Phillips number 2. Oh, Denby, you out there? I can talk to a girl out there. Oh, I wouldn't say Hall. Let me ask y'all a question. Is Logan Hall a bust already? Good God, folks. My G, my guy. Logan Hall not a bust. Get the man. I mean, I don't consider him a bust. I'm just saying. Not yet. Not a bust. Come on, folks. Come on now. Yeah, they could be like the Giants. I think the Giants was a flash in the pan, though. The Giants got luck in a couple games. But that's what the Bucs need, though. The Bucs could be this year's Giants. You know, that scrappy team, 9-8, 8-9, up in there somewhere. They could be that. So crazy. Every year there's a team like that you didn't really see winning that many games, and you look up, they 9-8. It's like, how the hell did the Giants go? How the hell did the Giants finish the season 9-8? No, Hall is not a bust. He's not well liked because we didn't see any flashes last season, and we damn sure didn't see that in the preseason. So, exactly, Fred. See, thank you for adding that context. See, that's all I told y'all. Always tell the full story. Daniel Jones got paid $40 million, and they chose not to pay Saquon Barkley. Haven't we seen this situation before? Can y'all name the team that did what the Giants did a couple years ago? You paid the quarterback, but forget the running back. Didn't we see that with another team? Thank you for adding context, Fred. A healthy Saquon Barkley protected Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones threw what, 15, 16 touchdowns? And he got $40 million. He had a scrub-ass season. He literally had a rookie season last year. You paid a quarterback, not the running back. It was the running back that had Daniel Jones looking, I guess you could say, decent. I don't even think he was that decent. He scrambled around here and there, but that was terrible. The Titans with Tannehill and Derrick Henry, they paid the quarterback. And they paid Derrick Henry, but he didn't get the money he should have got. Derrick Henry was the reason why the Titans 2 years ago finished number 1 in the AFC. It wasn't because of Ryan Tannehill. Right, lit the Vikings up and got him paid. Forget Saquon Barkley. Oh no, Saquon Barkley balled his tail off to only see Daniel Jones get $40 million. They hold up. Brian Daboll and Joe, the GM Joe, I can't pronounce his last name. Joe, Schoen, which I know who I'm talking about. The Giants GM and Brian Daboll. Seriously, Daniel Jones, $40 million. What universe? No, and they had a story about this. No team was going to give Daniel Jones $40 million. Only the Giants. Only the Giants. What were they so afraid of? A rookie can put up those numbers. Actually, he's worse than Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins he's not terrible. He's like an average quarterback. And Daniel Jones is not even an average quarterback to me. Kirk Cousins will look good here for a lot. And then when it comes to the moments, he's terrible. He's, he'll make some risky throws, but it has to be like early in the game. But when it comes to crunch time, Kirk Cousins is terrible. It's like Derek Carr. Jimmy G, Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins, they all the same. They all wired the same. Everything needs to be perfect around them for them to look good. They're all the same. Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins, Andy Dalton. They got the same makeup. Yeah, I'm going to take shots at the Saints quarterback because I still can't get over him throwing the ball away on fourth and goal. He gave up on the play. I would never forgive him for that. If you don't believe me, go type in Derek Carr throwing the ball away on fourth and goal. What in the entire I can't say the word. I try to keep this PG-13. I don't remember a quarterback throwing the ball away on fourth and goal. He literally gave up on the play. That moment told me his makeup. And what made it worse with Derek Carr with me is when he started complaining like a little kid when the Raiders said, sit down for the last 2 games. He threw a hissy fit. And then turns around and gets $150 million, $70 million guaranteed. What in the world is the NFL doing? Every season, these type of quarterbacks, just for whatever reason, just keep getting paid. Because their completion percentage is 67%. Scared to take risk. Captain check down. Oh, his completion percentage is 67%. And then when you break down the numbers, you look at his air yards, his yards per attempt, the yak, the receiver amount of his passing yards. What's the percentage of his passing yards is yak from the receiver? Third down, the red zone, outside the pocket, gets the blitz, gets pressure. It's terrible. Terrible. This is why Mahomes and Josh Allen and Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert, these quarterbacks are going to excel because they're gonna throw the ball. They're gonna throw it in there. You know how many times Patrick Mahomes gets away with dangerous throws? Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, even Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow. They get away with risky throws because they ain't scared of the moment. They're not going to throw the ball away on fourth down. They're going to make a play. They're going to throw the ball in a tight window. Whether the defender to drop it or not, it's on them. But they're gonna take a shot. They're gonna give the guy a chance. Give me that type of quarterback. I don't want Mr. Captain check down. Because that's only gonna get you so far. Look, no offense to Trevor Lawrence, Jared Goff. They all, they cut from the same cloth to me. And what saved Trevor Lawrence's career was Doug Peterson. Can you imagine if Doug Peterson was with the Bucs? Why didn't the Bucs even take a look at Doug Peterson? You see how he got Jacksonville looking right now? I have a lot more confidence in the Bucs if the Bucs had Doug Peterson as coach. Frank Wright, Doug Peterson. Todd Bowles just, I don't know what it is about him. It just doesn't move the needle. Doesn't move the needle. If the team will do good in spite of Todd Bowles. But only the hyperbole in the hyperbole. I'm going to repeat that. Only the hyper believe in the hyperbole. That might be way too much. That might be way too much. That might be way too much for y'all. Let's get back to the Bucs roster. That might be way too much. I don't think y'all caught that bar. I just dropped the bar. Only the hyper believed in the hyperbole. Let's get back to the Bucs roster. So the concerning areas for the team. O-line, quarterback, D-line, specifically Cheyenne and Logan Hall. If the Bucs can overcome that, because they're gonna have to. I gotta be real with y'all. They're gonna have to overcome some flaws. No team is perfect. No team. There's a couple of terrible teams, but no team is perfect. But the Bucs have flaws. Let's not act like the Bucs are perfect. They're not. But they're not terrible. I'm gonna keep saying that. They're not terrible. At least we don't have Derek Carr. I gotta keep taking shots at him because I just something about him I don't sit well with him. I cannot wait till we play the Saints. I cannot wait. They talk so much noise. I'm telling you, and they so hyped up on Derek Carr. They about to see. They about to get the real. They're gonna get what they got. They're gonna get what the Raiders got with Derek Carr. HK45, good point. Todd Bowles is in the way. I have yet to see the team respond to his demeanor. I heard about that, Fred. I'll get to that in a second. To me, the team does not respond to Todd Bowles folding his arms and looking all crazy. Like it's always like every time you look at Todd Bowles, he looks confused, like he don't know what's going on. Like holding number 67, 10-yard penalty, repeat second down. He looking like Todd, do something, man. Todd, do something. 4th and 1, 4th and 2. Let's punt. Like, fam, what are you doing? I think Todd Bowles is going to have these moments this year. It's going to be like, just make Dave Canales the head coach. Could y'all see a scenario where Dave Canales becomes the head coach? Remember the Dort Cutter situation and Lovie Smith situation? That's right, Dort Cutter and Lovie Smith. As a matter of fact, speaking of those two, where are those two coaches, former coaches? Does anybody know where Lovie Smith and Dort Cutter at? If they were so good, where the hell they at? How come they are not head coaches? Because to me, matter of fact, I'm going to hold off on that. Where is Dort Cutter and Lovie Smith? Can anybody answer the question? Where is Dort Cutter? D-O-R-K. Lovie Scrubby Smith. Where are they? Are they coaching? Are they a DC? Are they an OC? Are they a head coach somewhere? Where are they? If they was that good, and I'm gonna give you my answer. Whoever answers that, I'm going to give you the reason why I bring that up. That says more about the Bucs selection when it comes to head coaches. This is why I say, man, Frank Wright and Doug Peterson. I think those two would have been really good for the Bucs. I think Todd Bowles is going to be in the way. But do not be surprised if the Bucs pull this Dave Canales, if the offense look good, right? If the offense look good, the Bucs are going to do this Lovie Smith, Dort Cutter situation. Oh, we're going to hire Dave Canales as the head coach. Like, God dang it. He said, I'm watching Gilligan's Island. Let me ask y'all this question. Will Dort Cutter and Lovie Smith ever be a head coach in the NFL again? Remember, Both of them were the head coaches for the Bucs. As a matter of fact, where is Mike Smith? Where is Mike Smith? Will he ever be a DC again? The Bucs made some terrible decisions at the coaching areas. The coordinator coach, they made some terrible decisions. Terrible. Lovie Smith, Dort cut up Mike Smith, terrible. And we skipped past all that. We literally skipped past all that. We cannot go through that again with Todd Bowles. This is it. This is it for Todd Bowles. Put up or shut up. I do not want to go through another season like last season. Conservative. Let's punt the ball and play some defense. Let's pin them down. Let's not kick a 52-yard field goal. Let's punt. What? Put the points on the board. Just give me 21 points, Dave Canales. Just give me 21. Give me 21 points, Dave Canales. Find a way to scrap 21 points up with Baker Mayfield, and we'll be good. But the offensive line is the biggest question mark. Now, the surprise cuts. Who was the surprise cuts that you didn't expect to get cut for the Bucs? I'm looking at the list right now of people that got cut. Who got cut that you did not see getting cut? We cut a lot of fat off. I ain't gonna lie to you. Looking at this list, I'm like, man, these guys ain't gonna be in the roster, man. Yeah, Pat O'Connor got squeezed out by Mike Green, man. They went with the younger guy. I mean, just high upside. I mean, but looking at the guys that got cut, I mean, there's a few names that stands out a little bit. Geiger, man, Geiger just can't seem to make the team. He can't make the team, man. I think he's limited. He's tough and all that, but he just can't get over the hump. Tay Barber, Jose Ramirez didn't make the team, the 6th round draft pick. Yikes. Matter of fact, let me go back to the sixth round in this past draft. Let me go back to the 6th round. I'm going to go back to the 6th round. I'm going to see what was out there in the 6th round that, I was like, you know what? You know what I'm saying? Let's see what's going on here. All right. So, let me go back to the 6th round. So I'm looking at the 6th round right now. The Bucs picked Ramirez. Now, here's the guys that went in the 6th round. Carl Brooks, D lineman, who I talked about from Bowling Green, who's actually doing pretty good for the Packers. Kentrell Clark, gonna get some playing time. Josh Hayes made the team, so shout out to Josh Hayes. Tre'Davious Tomlinson, J.L. Skinner, Jalen Duncan, tackle. Keyshawn Butte, Trey Palmer got drafted in the 6th round. A.T. Perry. So there's a couple guys that got drafted in the 6th round that's making some noise, in the preseason. Deuce Vaughn was drafted in the 6th round. Zach Evans. Deuce Vaughn went in the 6th round after Jose Ramirez. Deuce Vaughn, 6th round pick. And he's the number 2 back. Now, who doesn't think that who in their right mind would think that Deuce Vaughn couldn't contribute to the Bucs? It's okay, Hank. I'll let you slide. Did y'all know we had the 2nd pick in the sixth round? And Carl Brooks was drafted there. But Houston had the pick, then we had the pick, and then Green Bay got the pick. And they picked up Carl Brooks, who actually flashed in preseason. Yeah. But overall, our draft class made the team, basically. Jose Ramirez, I think he just was too much. It was too much for him. Now, I think he'll go back in the practice squad. Who do you think going to be in the practice squad? Let me ask y'all that. Who y'all think is going to be in the practice squad? Or be on the practice squad? Caillou Kelly got cut. Wolford? Jimmy Graham made the roster? What y'all think about the Patriots cutting both quarterbacks? That was weird. That was super weird. That was weird. I don't know what Bill Belichick thinking right there. That was weird. Super weird. Yeah. Mac Jones is the only quarterback that's on the roster right now. Was it HK45 was a Heartbreak Kid 45? What's a Jerron B? So HK45 says, yeah, they cut Cunningham. Yeah, speaking of draft picks, Jason he's a light wasted the 2021 draft year. It seemed like they could have got so many possible starters and talent, and they were just wasting picks blind. I'm still confused. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he blew a couple. I mean, it's a couple drafts. 2016, 27. Yep, there you go. 2016, 2017. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, 2021. Let's go back. Let's talk about the 2021 draft right quick. He said he blew that draft. 2021. Heartbreak Kid 45. That's what that means. Heartbreak Kid. Is that, you know. So the Bucs drafted a couple guys. Well, Trask was one of them. If those Tryon, Trask, Robert Hainsley, Jalen Darden, KJ Britt on the team, CJ Wilcox, Grant Stewart. So yeah, that 21. I said this, that 2021 draft class. Woo wee. I don't know, man. Like, oh no, that's not looking good right now. I ain't even gonna hold you on that. I ain't even gonna hold you on that. We can't let y'all skip that. That 2021 draft class right now, I don't see no primetime player in that draft class. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, as of right now, there is no like, yeah, he gonna be right. He gonna be nice. I don't see it. Not one pick. Tryon, Trask, Hainsley, Darden, KJ Britt, CJ Wilcox, and Grant Stewart. Grant Stewart, CJ Wilcox, and Darden are not on the team. So that's 3 guys not on the team. And then you got your second round pick as a backup quarterback. You got Robert Hainsley, starting center. He's not bad, but he's not like, oh my gosh, you know. And then you got Tryon, who's not bad, but it's like, man, like, oh no, that 2021 draft class, I don't know what the Bucs were thinking. But man, when you look back at it, high insight, shoulda, coulda, woulda, it's like, man, they could have. I ain't gonna lie to you, they could have did better than that. They could have did better than that. KJ Britt there too. HK45, KJ Britt. So it's 4 guys from that draft class that's on the team. But when you look at the 4 guys that's on the team from that draft class, who is really like that though? You know what I'm saying? Like, who is really like a high end starter? Like, be real. I'm just saying. That 2021 draft. What did I tell y'all about the draft class? That draft class can set you back 2 or 3 years. You came off a Super Bowl. Why are you? You should be trying to hit everything. And they just was like, Kyle Trask? Like, you could have drafted a lineman at that pick. If you're gonna play Blaine, if you're gonna have Blaine Gabbert as your backup, you could have just drafted an old lineman in the second, that last pick in the second round. You could have drafted an old lineman. You could have traded that pick to go get somebody you wanted. You could have traded the second and your 4th round pick, which is Jalen Darden, traded up into the second round to go get another guy. A starter. They should have been drafting starters. I'm just saying. Just saying, man. Thank you for bringing that up, HK45. Oh, man, that's what I said. Jason Light, he's not terrible, but he's not like super great as picking players, man. I don't know what's up with that dude, man. And the 2021 draft class is a prime example of like, man, you just didn't get that right. The 2021 draft class is like a prime example of like, and I'm talking about recent draft class. We ain't talking about the 2016, the 2017. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about 2 years ago. 2. It's like, fam, what's up? What's happening right there? What's happening? Man, hold up. But yeah, well, right now I like where the Bucs are going at right now. Okay, Fred, who's praising what channel doing that? What channel is praising Jason Light? You know, it's so funny when people praise Jason Light, you notice when they talk about it, they leave out so much context. The people that praise Jason Light, like, oh yeah, Jason Light, he's a really good G. And then you start breaking stuff down, they be like, they'll try to run from the conversation. They always leave out context. I don't like that. He's not a terrible GM, but he ain't nowhere near to my top. I tell you that much. He missed too many. I mean, he hits, but he just missed. He just missed on. And I really look at the last couple years. Like the 2023 draft class is a good draft class, but the 2022 and the 2021, it's like, fam, you got to get some high end starters there, man, because you knew this was going to happen. You knew the team was going to be struggling with the money. And you look at the 2021, 2022 draft classes, it's like, fam, does anybody really stand out like that? Like, seriously. No offense to Rashad White, Luke Gedeke, no offense, Logan Hall. You know what I'm saying? But there is no killers in these two draft classes. But in the 2023 draft class, you'll be like, yeah. Yaya and Trey Palmer and Raheem Jarrett and Sean Tucker. Why couldn't they draft like this in 2021 and 2022? That's the question. Now, Jason Light is chasing picks now. Now he's behind 2 years. 2023 is a good start. 2023 is a good start in the right direction. Oh, Fred, really? His hit rate was good. Do we really want to go there with that? I can literally do that. We can do the numbers game. We can literally do the numbers game. However you want to do it, we can do the hits. We can do high-end starters. We can do average starters, below average, Jags. Like, however you want to make the number when it comes to Jason Light. And where you want to start from? You want to start from 2014? You want to start from 15? You want to start from 16? You want to start from 17? You want to start from 18? You want to start from 19? Where do you want to start from? But I will not sit here and let you leave out the bad. There's no way. He's had some great picks. He has some good picks, but he's had some terrible picks that set the franchise back. Look at 2021 and 2022. Look at those last two draft classes. I guarantee you, ask anybody right now, this year's draft class, I would say right now, is better than the last two draft classes. This year's draft, I'm telling you, 2 years in a row, it was like, what? This draft class, 2023 draft class, is better than 2022 and better than 2021. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. Man, yo, look. I'm crispy, man. I'm crispy. I'm crispy with this. Let's be real. The 2021 and 22 draft classes has been underwhelming. 2021 and 2022 draft classes have been underwhelming. 2023 draft class is much better. Man, I'm crispy, man. Man, hold up. I'm crispy, man. I'm for the street. But at the end of the day, I like the direction. It was almost like the Bucs. It's like, I don't think they want to admit this, but this is a reset. To go this young, 13 guys, like when teams do that, that's a reset. Like, name me a team that gets 13 rookies and say, oh, we're not rebuilding. Oh, no, we're not rebuilding, we reloading. So you reload with 13 rookies? I don't recall a team reload with 13 rookies. Because think about this. High-end teams don't reload with 13 rookies. You get what I'm saying? Let's just keep it 1,000 right here. Let's keep it 1 million. High-level teams in today's NFL do not reload with 13 rookies. Now, for us, it looks good. But I'm just speaking in championship contender context. Those teams at the top are not reloading with 13 rookies. You get what I'm saying? And the beautiful thing about this, folks, he had no choice. That's the beautiful thing about it. He stopped squeezing the lemon. He stopped going all in, and he had to pay the bill. He had to pay the bill, and it's a blessing in disguise for the Bucs fans. We might not like it right now, but I'm telling y'all, man, I'm crispy, man. I'm gonna say it right here. Next year, I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all next year. I'm trying to tell you. 13 rookies, 25.6. That's the age average of the team. That's not reloading, folks. I hate to tell y'all that. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm crispy with this, man. I'm just saying, because retooling with 13 rookies don't sound right to me. That sounds like a turnover. And when you're doing turnovers, what does that mean? Rebuild. I'm not trying to say the Bucs are rebuilding, but it don't sound like they contended for no championships either. I'm just saying. I don't recall a team going into the season with 13 rookies making the roster. Does anybody remember a team going into the season with 13 rookies? Talking about reload? We're talking about guys that has never played a NFL snap. What I mean by I'm talking about regular season snap. Going into game one, 13 guys on the roster. Rookies. Never took a regular season snap come September 10th. Their first snap in the NFL regular season will be September 10th in Minnesota. 13 rookies. Retooling? You think? Okay. We'll use that word then for the season. I'm crispy with this, man. I just don't recall a team retooling with 13 rookies. Now, four rookies and 9 veterans, got 9 veterans like in their mid-20s, late 20s, and 4 rookies that's high-end rookies, whatever. I get that part, but 13, I'm crispy, man. I'm for the streets. Man, hold up. You know what's so funny? And I was about to talk about that. Can you imagine if the Bucs, remember last year when the Bucs started the season out with the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas? I was there. Shout out to Mopar Buck. My boy Pat. We was out there. Crispy. Leonard Fournette had a hell of a game. Can Rachaad White go on the road and run the ball against the Vikings? Can Dave Canales put together a crispy game plan for Baker Mayfield and come out of Minnesota with the W, X, Y, and Z? They kept 4 tight ends. 4 tight ends. I'm crispy, man. So I'm looking at the teams that I'm looking at all the teams I'm looking at all the team cuts. Everybody who got cut today, I'm looking at some names. I'm trying to find some names that would make sense for the Bucs to possibly look at. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call some names out. Wow. Shane Ray got cut. AJ Klein got cut. Myles Gaskin got cut. Robbie Chosen got cut. Kiki Cote, he got cut. Deshaun Hand got cut? Oh, wow, okay. That's a D lineman, by the way. Aubrey Miller, the linebacker from Jackson State, got cut. Malik Reed got cut. Oh, okay. AJ Johnson got cut. Justin Bethel, a special teams guy, he got cut. Wow. J.J. Taylor, I think he'll be a good kick return guy. Let's see who else. I'm looking at the Jets. I'm looking at the Jets. Let me see who the Jets cut. Zonovan Knight, the running back. Wow, I think the Bucs should probably look at him. Zonovan Knight, yeah. I'm looking at the list. I'm trying to see what guys can probably help the Bucs. I'm calling names out. Nick Virgil. Trey Dean got cut. Okay. Melvin Gordon got cut. He washed up though. James Prochet got cut. Oh, wow, that's a sharp. Dave Sharp, the lineman. That's depth right there. Jeremiah Moon, Caillou Kelly. I'm going down in order, folks. In order. Trent Taylor. Tanner Hudson got cut. Oh man, we can bring him back, right? Dominic Davis got cut. Wow. Sidney Jones. Wow, that knee injury messed him up. The Washington cornerback. John Kelly Jr. got cut. Wow. Anthony Schwartz got cut. Surprise. Not surprised. Jalen Darden got cut by the Browns. He was a starting returner for us. Yikes. I think his career done. Like Jalen Darden, I think his career gonna be done. Maurice Hurst got cut. The Bucs should look at that for D line. Oh yeah, Maurice Hurst. Bubba Bolden. Wow, I think he'd be a good special teams guy. Hakeem Butler, Iowa State, man, he was killing in college. Zach Gentry got cut. LaRaven Clark got cut. Tanner Muse, wow. These are guys that I'm like, okay. Jalen Elliott, wow, okay. Larry Roundtree, I remember him in college. Adam Humphrey got cut again. I think his career done. The Texans cut Adam Humphrey. I see a lot of Bucs players, former Bucs players on here. Greg Little, the tackle. Nick Vanette. Wow. Michael Dieter, center. Ali Gay. Chase Winovich. Wow. Khalid Davis used to play for the Bucs. Byron Coward. Hey, I remember Armwood. He was a lineman at Armwood in my hometown. He was a beast in high school. Corey Littleton, Kristen Kirksey, man, me trouble. Cameron Dantzler, Desmond King. Man, hold up. I'm Chris King and Drake got cut. Bashard Perriman got cut. Amari Rogers got cut. James Washington got cut. Well, Michael Petway, Farrell Brown, Dan Skipper. Darius Rush got cut. Kevin Thomas got cut. Tease Taylor got cut. Ronnie Harrison got cut. The Colts was cutting a lot of people. Good ball. Snoop Connor from the Jags, he got cut. Darrell Williams, Bobby Evans, Deshaun Dixon. Some of these guys, I think some of these guys can help the Bucs. I'm just saying, these guys are not old either. Like some of these guys are not old. Reggie Roberson from SMU. Oh wow. Oh, I watch college football too. So I know a lot of these names. I watch college football. Jordan Roos. I see some names that, I mean, I'm just saying. It's up to the Bucs. I don't know. Kendall Hinton, little Jordan Humphrey. Oh, okay. We don't need. Let me stop looking at receivers. Because we don't need no receivers. We don't need no receivers. I'll tell you that much. We don't need no receivers. Michael Piron? He got cut? Ty Scott? Okay. The Chiefs will never cut nobody good. Danny Shelton, he too old. Anthony Cook got okay. Special team guy. Deion Bush. Lamar Jackson got cut. Damian Williams got cut. Keelan Cole got cut. What's that? Okay. They old guys. Jordan Willis got cut? Pass rusher. He played for the 49ers. Max Duggan got cut. Larry Roundtree, third. He got cut. John Hightower got cut. Wow. Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, the O-line depth in the NFL is a problem around the league, man. For real. Gerard Clark got cut. D lineman, I like him. Tay Crowder. Malik Davis got cut. Jabril Cox got cut. Malik Jefferson got cut. James Robinson, man. Oh, man. Cole Beasley got cut again. David Seals got cut. Colin Johnson. Jaden Mickens played with the Bucs. Cole Beasley came to the Bucs like, man, I'm out here, man. Y'all tripping. Y'all remember when Cole Beasley got signed? Wyatt Davis got cut? Wow. That's a lineman. O'Shani, he got cut. Wow. Trey Sermon got cut. Kennedy Brooks got cut. Oh, Deion Kane played for Tampa Bay Tech in Tampa. A couple Tampa guys out here that made. Dan Arnold got cut. Tyree Jackson, the quarterback from Buffalo, turned tight end. Dennis Kelly, O-lineman. Fred Johnson. Marvin Wilson got cut. He used to be good in college. Well, he was good in college. Greedy Williams got cut. Kavon Wallace. Jared Patterson. Derek Gore. Ted Larson used to play for the Bucs. There's a lot of Bucs players around getting cut left and right. We had some terrible guys on our team, man. We had some terrible guys. PJ Walker got cut. Wow. Alex Leatherwood, former first round pick, just keep getting cut. Travis Gibson, I like him as a pass rusher. I think we should look at him. I like him as a pass rusher for depth. Man, there's a couple guys out here for the Bucs, man, that they could possibly look at if they wanted to. Benny Snell got cut. Denzel Mims got cut. Wow. Trey Quinn got cut. SMU. The Pony Express. Bobby Hart. Jermaine Ifedi. These are productive guys. Oh, they wasn't productive. They were productive. Savion Smith. They got hurt, though. Lamar Jackson got cut. Yeah, I'll take a fire on Greedy Williams. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you on that one. I'll take a fire on him. Former second round pick. N'Keal Harry, former first round pick, cut by the Vikings. Jacob Copeland, shout out to the University of Florida. Wow, N'Keal Harry, first round pick, cut again. Shelton Day, The Bucs can use him. Shoot. Tanner Vallejo, Curtis Weaver, pass rushers. Like depth. Depth. I don't want nobody from the Falcons. Hell no. Hell, the Carolina Kitty Cats. Hell no. Cam Irvin? No. I think Deion Jones cut again. Bumper pool. Deion Jones got cut again, man. God. Golly. Eric Rowe got cut? Okay, let's see what the Saints cut. Shaq Davis, I saw him. Jesse James, Lucas Scroll, he was catching all them balls. I'm crispy, man. Bradley Roby got cut. We can't. You don't think we can use Bradley Roby? I'm gonna keep it. Smoke Monday got cut. Jonathan Abraham got cut. Jalen Smith, Smoke Monday got cut. Bradley Roby got cut. I mean, we can definitely use Bradley Roby. I ain't gonna hold you on that one. I ain't even gonna hold you. I think he's gonna get back at the Saints for him getting cut. We can use Bradley Roby. I ain't even gonna hold you on that. You keep it 100. Jeff Driscoll cut again. Rashard Lawrence, wow, he got cut. I'm looking. No, we can't afford nobody right now. We can't afford nobody. Even if we tried. We got 13 rookies and we can't afford nobody. That should tell you right there. Breland Speaks got cut. Tom McGee. T.Y. McGill. Kara Hyder. I like it. Austin Brown. Marlon Davis. The 49ers just deep at D-line. That's why. We got 13 rookies on the squad right now. You think we can really afford somebody? If the Bucs kept 13 rookies on their roster, what does that tell you? We can't afford nobody. Even if we tried. That's it, folks. That's it. That's it. I'm crispy, man. Well, that's it, folks. Yep. I went through all the people that got cut. Looking at names. Looking at names. I think there's still going to be some moves made too. I think so. I don't know, folks. What y'all think? What do y'all think? The Bucs roster is finalized. What do y'all give? Let me ask y'all this question. What grade would you give the give the Bucs roster? What grade would you give him? Oh yeah, boy. If Jamel Dean or Carlton Davis go down, oh, we're gonna be in a whole heap of trouble because and we already know our cornerbacks do not stay healthy. Let's be real, folks. For whatever reason, our cornerbacks cannot stay healthy. I'm crispy, man. Are y'all looking forward for this weekend's college football games this weekend? What games y'all looking forward to? College football coming up this weekend. Y'all should be paying attention to some players. What games are you going to be watching this weekend for college football? Y'all know me. I love football, so I'm going to be watching the game too. Florida at Utah, Nebraska and Minnesota. It's going to be some fun games this weekend, man. I'm crispy, man. Louisville at Georgia Tech. Colorado at TCU. Deion Sanders, let's see what he do. Fresno State and Purdue, that's going to be a pretty good game. La Tech, SMU, that's going to be a high-scoring game. Utah State, don't sleep on them. Iowa, Virginia, Tennessee. Boise State, Washington with Michael Penix. I'm definitely going to watch that game. I'm going to watch the Boise State and the Washington game. I want to watch what Michael Penix do. They got a good receiving core. I want to see what Michael Penix do. I want to see what South Florida going to do this year. New coach. Nevada at USC. I'm going to check out Caleb Williams. Is it Alabama at Vandy? No, I think it's um who else? Oh, Bama opened up into Alabama got a cupcake schedule, a cupcake opener. Oh, South Carolina and University of North Carolina. Wow, already. Tulane, they're gonna be pretty good. LSU and Florida State. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm crispy, man. Anyway, I'm excited for the Bucs roster. I like the direction they're heading in. We're gonna see what it is. Shouts out to all the Pirates and Sea Bandits. Thank you for joining. We know who the starters is, and we know who made the team. So now we got basically 11 days. I think 11 days, 12 days before the season starts. So let's break down some things, folks. Let's get tight. Let's tighten up a little bit. We're done with preseason. Let's start analyzing the roster, and maybe we can make some moves, possibly, maybe. But we got our squad. 13 rookies made the squad, and I don't know if this is gonna be like the final roster, but you get what I'm saying, man. Cause I'm crispy, man. What would I give the grade, Isaiah J? With an H, Isaiah with an H. Uh, what would I grade the Bucs roster right now? C plus, C minus. I'm gonna say C. Let's just say like that, C. Let's see, because I'm in the middle right now. I'm in the middle, you know. So we're gonna see. And so I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it right in the middle. It's not terrible. It's not really, really, really good. Right in the middle. C is right where the Bucs belong at. That's right, Antone. Hughley. Never seen your name in here before, but C sounds about right for the Bucs. The Bucs right now. So, with that being said, shout out to all the Pirates and Sea Bandits. Thank you for joining. With that being said, fire those cannons, seize the day, raise the flag. Hashtag what's next? Hashtag Final 53. Hashtag the season's around the corner. Hashtag you scared? Hashtag transition season. Hashtag 13 rookies. Hashtag don't get mad at me. Hashtag why. Hashtag what are we doing? Hashtag life after Tom Brady. Hashtag facts over feelings. Hashtag probability or possibility. Hashtag optimism. Hashtag reality. Hashtag I'm crispy, man. I'll see y'all soon again later this week. We'll talk about some other stuff. I'm out.